Hey, welcome to I'm That Mom, the podcast about motherhood without the pressure of perfection. My name is Katie. I'm a self-taught entrepreneur who started my baby company while pregnant and grew it to an 8-figure business as a single mom of 3. Join us as we discuss the fun, funny, and messy parts of motherhood. We're certainly not experts. We're just here to support all the moms and hopefully, collectively, we don't completely it up. Welcome back to I'm That Mom, the podcast where we talk about the real and the ridiculous side of parenting and everything in between, as usual. But today's kind of fun because I feel like today is a topic that moms get thrown at them, right? Like it's not something we do. It's not something that we choose. It's something that like all of a sudden you look down at your kid and you go, oh my God, is he or she getting a flat head? Yes, and then does my kid have to wear a helmet? But now I think it's so cute. My kids didn't have to wear helmets. I know, now that I've seen it, yeah. I mean, my niece had a helmet, and it was in and out. I think really when my kiddos were little, it wasn't as popular because I don't remember it being a thing. But
now I see every kid around has a helmet. I'm like, dang.
So they're literally, this generation is all going to have perfectly round heads. And like, I probably have a flat head. My mom didn't do anything about it. I think I do. You know why? Because those headbands that like people wear, they're so cute when they exercise.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess I don't have the shelf that you're supposed to have.
It's just like,
it's because it's probably I have a flat head, and so my headbands just like go bloop, and right?
No, maybe that means it's just extra round.
Okay,
just
well either
really
way,
round.
I'm pretty sure that I probably should have had a helmet, but. You're the pro because you did it. And it wasn't even for that long, but I think it's just good, let's just make it less scary for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so I have my questions that I want to ask you. So let's start at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. How did you find out that Wiley needed a helmet? Like, did you find out or did your pediatrician tell you? Or tell us the story.
So there was like so many different steps that happened, but my pediatrician noticed. He was like, oh yeah, he's getting a flat spot on the back of his head.
Like right on the back?
It was like on the side.
So it was like a crooked head.
Both my kids have flat heads. I don't know why, but I really didn't think
that
I was
leave
leaving
them on the ground?
Yeah.
Were they just like flat on the ground the whole time?
No, I really was like following all the steps, like, you got to switch them when you're feeding and like switch them between arms, even if you're bottle feeding and all the things.
Tummy time.
And like turn their heads at night and all of those things. I thought I was doing all the right things, but my pediatrician wasn't concerned about it at all. And then my sister-in-law was showing her boss a picture of Wiley. And she was like, he has the worst tongue tie I've ever seen.
The boss said that?
Yes. Because she's a speech pathologist.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so he had a tongue tie that the skin was like all the way up to the tip of his tongue.
Oh my God.
And so they were like, you need to go look at it.
And they could see it in a picture?
Yeah, it was bad actually.
Oh,
now that I look at it, I can tell.
He'd go like,
yeah.
Poor baby.
It like made his tongue look like a snake almost because like this was like
all the way up to
split.
Yeah.
And so my mom was very concerned. Obviously, I was less concerned because my pediatrician wasn't concerned.
Yeah.
And so obviously I asked him first, like, do I need to get this checked out? And he was like, you can, whatever. And so my mom wanted to take him to the pediatric dentist, so I did. Yeah. And they were like, oh, yeah, he's got a severe tongue tie and a lip tie. So had to get both of those taken care of. And then he was like...
Was it scary?
It was super scary.
Like when they said it, because you didn't know what it meant, right?
I knew what it meant just because my niece had it also.
Yeah. Oh,
and so
right.
I guess it's hereditary. But I think it's my husband. It's not me.
It's definitely
It's
Sam.
definitely Sam.
Yes.
But it was scary just because I was like, oh, they have to get a surgery. Yeah. It wasn't even put under. He was awake.
Oh my God, my poor Wiley.
And they just like numb it and then they cauterize
with
the
a laser.
Skin off the laser. Yeah. It was my
Okay.
mom took him to do this one, so I
So
didn't even
was
have
it
to
the
see it.
dentist that discovered his flathead?
The dentist did. So he was
Really?
like, okay, he has a flat head. I recommend him getting a helmet. And I was like,
The
oh
dentist.
my gosh, the dentist.
And you were like,
Huh?
okay.
And so I asked my pediatrician again, like, are you sure he doesn't need a helmet? And then that like prompted like, oh, does he need therapy and all of the things? So then we started taking him to a therapist for his flat head.
But I remember. But that was
Yeah.
because it was like a step before the helmet.
Yes.
So it was kind of an option, right? Like you could
Yeah.
go get the helmet or you could try therapy first to see
and
if
like
it
try
corrected
to
it.
recorrect it. Like
Okay.
she was very confident that she could like fix his head without a helmet.
How?
I don't know.
Does she like roll him around on the ground like you do a cookie dough?
Roll a ball.
You like, yeah. What's for real? What do you do to
I have no
fix?
idea.
You didn't, because yeah, but it didn't work.
Well, I think they just needed more sessions, and I was like,
Oh.
I just want to get it corrected because I remember somebody telling me, they were like, you're not gonna want him to look like that when he's older.
I guess a girl maybe hides a flat head better,
Mhm. Yeah.
but until they want to wear their headband.
Yeah.
But a
it flops
boy,
off.
I can see like if they like, yeah, or what if he ever goes bald one day? Highly likely, and then he has a flat bald head.
I know.
I would have done it too. I
And
would've done it
so
too.
they were
So
like,
you were just like,
you
let's
don't want him
skip
to
to
be
it.
made fun of. And so I just went straight to the appointment.
Yeah.
And I continued therapy too, just because I was like, I don't want to
You want to do all the
like
right
risk.
things.
So
Yeah.
I did all the things because you're that paranoid mom that doesn't want her kid to be the flat-headed baby.
Aw.
And so
But it really but the doctor kind of calmed you down, right? Like explaining like it's
yeah.
not a long time, it's super
No.
easy.
it was super easy. And some babies do have to go for a long time, but Wiley's was like, I made sure I followed like all the steps and I did all of the things to
So okay,
make
tell me like,
sure.
well, first go back to when they were fitting him for the helmet. How did that
Oh,
go?
yeah.
What did they do?
It was so cute.
It was?
So they have this machine, and it's literally like not a fax machine, like a copy machine. And so it's like scanning his head. But before they put this little like sock around his head, and it's
Yeah.
like scrunched around
His little fat face.
It was so freaking cute. But yeah, they scan his head and they literally get like every single dimension and they do all of the measurements. And yeah, it's like by millimeters or
So it's literally custom fit
tiny
to fit.
for their head.
That's crazy.
And then when they get it in, he like literally shaves off parts of it that needs more room over here.
So they kind of
more
like let him
growth.
turn his head and like lay down and make sure it's not like cutting in anywhere.
Yeah.
And did he have to wear something under it?
No.
It was
It's just his bare head underneath
under
it.
the helmet. And it had like a hole, right? Didn't it?
Yeah, it has a hole at the top. They said that the ones that are like weird shaped in the front and like show more of the head aren't the accurate ones. I don't know more
because
about
I've seen
that,
them where
but-
they're like a whole big thing cut out, or
Yes.
it's just like barely a little. So yours said it's better to have a full helmet.
apparently, yeah.
He
so
looked like a
the
baby football
full-
player.
I
It was
know.
so cute. It was so cute. But
It
so
really
what
was
did they
so
tell
cute.
you when you got home? Like what were all the things they told you to do? To like,
Yeah.
can you bathe him with the helmet on?
Not with the helmet. So that was the 1 hour a day that you could take the helmet off. So
Oh.
first you like start slow and it's like a couple hours a day just to get him used to it. And then
Did he did he ever scream when you put it on, or was he just
No,
like,
he was
cool, I have a helmet?
totally fine with it. And he would kind of like wiggle a little bit, but like it's uncomfortable, but it wasn't bad at all.
Did you ever think he thought it felt heavy? Or no?
Oh yeah, because he was probably like 5 months old or
Yeah.
something, and he was just like
He
a
just
little top
leaned
heavy.
his little-
Yeah.
Poor little guy.
I know.
But it
was
wasn't. Was it not as like after you got it and got home? Was it not as scary?
Oh
Like
no, it's not scary at all. I know that some parents are like ashamed or embarrassed, and it's not like that. Like once you get you just want to do what's best for your baby, and
always.
that's all I wanted to do was whatever I felt
Yeah.
was best for him. And so like once you get it, and you're
So
gonna
you kinda
think your
had-
baby's adorable in it too.
It's adorable in it. And I remember looking at on Etsy with you that there's like helmet decorating kits.
The little stickers.
And you can like, we wanted to put his name on it, and like his whole nursery theme is horses. And so we wanted, did you ever do it, or you left it white?
No, I just left it white because I was like, if he wears a specific outfit,
It won't
then
match.
Won't match.
Oh, but I remember there was
know.
really cute ones. And then at Halloween, I wanted him to be a football player.
Yeah. In which he was. He literally wore a onesie with like a football on
and
it
his
with
helmet.
his helmet. It
I
was
love
so
it.
cute.
So, okay, so you got home and you had to kind of ease him into it, right?
Yep.
And he slept in it.
Yeah, the first 2 days or whatever, they don't sleep in it, and then they like ease into sleeping into it.
But did he sleep normal with it on, or how did he sleep with his?
It was a little rough in the beginning.
Yeah.
I would say nap time and the like full night sleep, he was not.
But
sleeping.
didn't you? I remember you telling me that you showed me a video and he was sleeping like.
Oh, yeah, no, he was not sleeping on his back like you would want them to. He was straight up like had his hands propped on his helmet so he could breathe, and he was just face down.
My poor baby.
I know.
But you showed me the picture, and it was like that was the only soft spot was his face smashed into the mattress.
Yeah, I think because it was just uncomfortable, and so it's like, I don't want to sleep like that.
I don't blame him. And he's old enough to roll around, so it's not like you were putting him down. Everyone knows that on back is best,
Back
and
is
the whole
best.
thing. But
We
you'd
put
walk
them on
in
their
there,
back, but they roll over their
they roll
tummy,
over,
so.
and it was probably just more comfy for him.
Yeah. And it was so sad because they want you to, you can't put any like long sleeves or pants on them to sleep in because it like their head like overheats
Oh, they get
first.
sweaty.
And so he could only wear onesies. And so
Was
like
he ever
putting
hot?
him to bed.
Did you ever think he was hot?
Oh
or?
yeah, there was a few times where he like definitely overheated. Like if I put tennis shoes on him or something.
Then he'd get sweaty in his
looks.
helmet. Sweet baby.
Yes.
Oh, but you did
I
such a
know.
good job. And he didn't even have to wear it. I mean, how long did he have it on?
I think it was 3 months.
Oh,
3
yeah.
months, and that was like one of their lower like ends of how long you have to wear it. So
Is it because you followed all the rules and you kept it
I
on?
would like to hope that that is the reason.
No,
why,
I think it matters. I think when they say, right, except for, of course, like if he went swimming or whatever, you know, you take it off for a hot minute. But it went by fast.
It went by fast, and I was glad that it was kind of like the end of summer and like the beginning of fall and winter, so it wasn't bad. Like the weather wasn't bad, but
did you have to go in for checkups and they would measure and make sure it was like not becoming a triangle or like it was changing that fast?
We went every 2 weeks, and it would change that fast.
Wow.
And he would shave off a little bit more of the helmet because his head would like grow to form with the helmet.
Really?
And he would know where like the spots were that needed like more growth.
Yeah.
And it would like
in an x-ray or what? How did they really? So every time you went, you would lay him on the little table that squished his face?
Yeah.
Oh, and was he fine? Like he was.
Oh, he loved it.
He thought it was
totally fine. And then they had this little pedestal with one of those like bumbo seats where they just like sit on it. So he'd like prop him in the bumbo.
Yeah.
And you could like spin him around, and so he's like putting his helmet on like in the bumbo.
Oh, and he was probably just so happy to have the nurse or doctor like talk to him. And, he thought it was great. Yeah. Aw. Well, so do you have any advice for parents that are considering a helmet for babies? Like, what about the moms that maybe even notice? Because I feel like moms are very aware of flathead right now. It's all over the internet. If you Google anything, and, you know, babies tend to, like, lose hair in patches, like, wherever they sleep. Mm-hmm. So what would you say to the mom that thinks maybe her baby's starting to get a flat head, but maybe the pediatrician's not saying anything? Do they need to go to the dentist?
I know, right?
What would you tell them?
I would always like ask your pediatrician first, like, are you concerned about it? Because my pediatrician was so convinced that it would just like correct itself or like try moving their head at night and all of those things, but I wasn't really seeing an improvement. And so I was kind of like keeping my own eye on it and just like, ugh.
And always trust your own gut. Yeah. Because I don't think that pediatrician I'm sure they see thousands of babies that, you know, and that Maybe with time it would have, but I feel like if there's something out there that's not scary, doesn't require surgery, can be helped in as quick as 3 months, right? And it wasn't like a huge pain in your butt, like bringing him home and bathing him and doing all the things. And now he has a perfectly round head.
He has a great little head.
Yeah.
And I think I was like mainly worried about, not mainly worried, but like how much it was going to cost and all of that. And like, is insurance going to cover it? Sometimes they don't, but
it was fine.
The insurance covered like half of it or something. And it was still really expensive, but it was worth it in my opinion. And they work with you on payment plans and all of those things. So
that's good. Did they ever say, like, what happens if you don't fix it? Like, it's not something that squishes your brain, right? Is it just you have a funky shaped head the rest of your life?
I think so. You're just one of those adults that you see
You're
with
me.
the flat head. You're not. No.
It's worked out okay. Oh my gosh. Well, if you ever have had a helmet journey or in the middle of one, we see you, Mom, right? And feel free to reach out to Emily and she will help you with every step along the way. So it is kind of nice. I bet you have friends that, you know, as they are having more babies, that it'll be nice for them to talk to you about it. And you can kind of give them some advice. Because nothing is better. I'm sorry. Like, Google does not know all the things.
No, they just scare you.
They just scare you. If you want to know anything about your kids, ask your mom or your best friend that has kiddos. Because they're going to give you the real life advice.
Yep.
Always. So... well, this was so fun. Thank you for sharing your story. I know it will help people and, you know, maybe make it a little bit less scary for somebody listening. So, and of course, like, check out Caden Lane. We have so many cool things coming out. If you guys don't know, Emily is actually the mastermind behind all of our products and prints. And we have really cute stuff coming out. 4th of July launch today. And it is so cute. And then check out Instagram, TikTok, cadenlane.com, and subscribe. This one's being recorded, so it's YouTube. So I think we can like point down, like, subscribe and press the buttons under us. All right. We'll see you next time.